When it comes to comic book speculation, I am a big fan of the old saying, trust but verify. If you want to hear more, stay tuned to the video. Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. In this video, we are going to spend some time talking about comic book speculation and insider trading. And I am doing this video primarily because a couple of you have actually asked me to make some comments on this topic. But in traditional fashion, I am going to do it slightly differently. I am not going to wade into the waters of who is doing insider trading and whether there is insider trading. Because to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't have the depth of knowledge, the experience, or the insight to know whether people are actually conducting insider trading. I just don't. But what I do want to do is to take some time to maybe make a few points for you to consider. If you're thinking about investing in comics, speculating in comics, I want to give you just a few things to consider. One of the things that I want you to think about is, what is your gut telling you? If you have a feeling that something isn't right, more than likely you are correct. And if you have this feeling that something's not right, then I would walk away from that thing. I wouldn't even get involved. If we listen to our internal selves a little bit better, we could probably avoid a lot of confusion and angst, right? If you have that feeling that something's not right, then you're probably right and you probably don't want to get involved. That's like the best piece of advice that I give people just generally. There are a lot of YouTube channels that I watch on a regular basis that give previews of books that are coming out and will highlight their picks and why a book is special or not. There are lots of videos that will highlight speculation books that you might want to pick up, and they will give you context for why you might want to pick that book up. And it make perfect sense. There are websites that are dedicated to giving you a heads up on hot books. All of these resources, I think, are fantastic. I think that they're all fantastic because they're all pieces of information that we can use. And what I mean by that is, I don't know if you want to just take action based upon a list or recommendation from someone, no matter how trustworthy they are. But what you may want to do is to take the data in, do your own research to verify what's being said, and to make sure that you're comfortable with the decision that you're making. And again, I am not judging anyone, because I can tell you for a fact, I have watched videos, I have looked at lists, and I have jumped on eBay and bought those things. I kid you not. I have purposely slowed myself down. I have purposefully walked out of comic shops with no books to show, because I realized that what I was going to do didn't truly make sense for my collection and for what I was attempting to do, and I walked away from it. So take the data in, but take some time to actually analyze the data and to make sure that if you're making a decision, you are making the decision. Someone else isn't making that decision for you. And what does that mean? That you may miss out on some opportunities? Yes, it does. But does it mean that you may save yourself some headache and some hurt feelings and some wasted money? Absolutely, right? So take the data in, do your research, make your own decisions before you actually spend your hard-earned money. One of the other major tips that I don't think that we can ever forget about is that you should be buying books that you really want for your collection. And I've talked about this in previous videos, right? If you figure out, what is my focus for my collection? What is my goal for my collection? I think that it allows you to make decisions that are in alignment with that overall goal and objective, right? Because if my goal is to buy Amazing Spider-Man and to complete a run of Amazing Spider-Man, the decisions that I make on a daily basis should tie back to that goal. So I shouldn't be going out buying Thor if Thor is not my goal. If Amazing Spider-Man is my goal, I should be buying Amazing Spider-Man regardless of recommendations that are being made. And I can tell you, I am trying to put this in practice. I was in a shop recently. I had a handful of some modern books. I had some Immortal Hulk. I had some Mr. Miracle in my hands. I put them all back on the shelf. And I walked out with Amazing Spider-Man. I walked out with a couple of Amazing Spider-Man modern books and an older Amazing Spider-Man, specifically Amazing Spider-Man #2. That's what I walked out with. I left all the other stuff behind. Again, because I had a goal and I'm making decisions based upon that goal. So take the time to actually do that. But again, if you're buying books that you really love, that you want to be part of your collection, I don't know that you can go wrong with that decision. But if you're buying a book because someone told you to buy it, if you're buying a book because someone recommended that you buy it, and then you buy it, and the book actually doesn't go up in value, you don't have much to show for it, right? You probably didn't read the book. If you read it, you might not enjoy it. The book didn't go up in value, and the book doesn't fit with your collection. And so it's risky. It's risky to buy things simply for the purpose of investment and speculation if you don't really enjoy that book. And again, this is not me passing judgment on anyone, right? It's not about that. It's about me trying to address some specific questions that have been asked of me related to speculation and insider trading, and I'm trying to do it in a slightly possibly more constructive way, right? At the end of the day, I'm trying to offer a couple of things for you guys to think about and to consider as you are going out there buying books for your collection. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. And what I will say in closing is that I, again, don't know whether there is anything happening behind the scenes with insider trading. What I will say, however, is that anytime money is involved, there is a tendency for people to take advantage, right? And it doesn't matter whether it's comics, pops, Beanie Babies, it doesn't matter. If money is involved, people will take advantage. And that's why it's so important for each of us to make our own decisions, to take nothing at face value without verifying the information that is being given. As always, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that it helps in some small way. And as always, if you guys need me, if you want to talk more about it, you can definitely reach out to me at regiecollects@gmail.com and also RegieCollects on Instagram. Take care. Be sure to visit BCW Supplies to learn about their 950 plus products for collectors. Products include card sleeves, display cases, comic bags, storage boxes, and gaming folders, just to name a few items. Head over to bcwsupplies.com today for more information.